very pleased to be here. Obviously, we're the main sponsor, and we had a keynote yesterday morning. I wasn't here yesterday because we had internal meetings. Also, why the CEO didn't attend. It was an important top 400 meeting. But for us, this is an excellent opportunity to show our capabilities across the region. So for us, every year, we're happy to be here. We haven't won this year as much as we wanted, but obviously, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But we're very confident to be here and then happy. Thanks. Well, I've been now with STC for 6 years, having led the successful transformation, I hope. We doubled the company value meanwhile. I'm transitioning now from GM, Corporate Performance Management, to CEO Advisor, helping our new CEO who, well, not new anymore that much. He's what in February he joined. He was nominated to become CEO. He's already was before the Senior VP Tech and Ops, Chief Operating Officer. And we're together now fine-tuning the roadmap of STC. A few things that need to change. Obviously, our aspiration is to become a digital leader, a world-class digital leader. STC is not there yet. So quite a few things that we still need to do. And excited to look forward to what's going to happen. Well, obviously, we're a Middle Eastern player. We consider the MENA region as our main playground. We are already in the markets of Kuwait, Bahrain, as you said. In the UAE, we're also present with our wholesale. We are actually spreading out across the region with our undersea cable. We have a MENA region-wide and beyond network. We are heavily looking into acquisitions. Actually, we want to grow the company value, doubling it by 2022. That means a lot of inorganic growth. So we are scanning for opportunities. We believe now it's a good time. The market indicators, the economic indicators are improving. So before prices, valuations go up again, we hope we can grab 1 or 2 bigger acquisitions. It always depends on so many things, but we're very positive. We really want to grow substantially and happy to hopefully announce anytime soon something big. Well, up and foremost, we are obviously the infrastructure provider of the country. We are fiberizing the country as per the Saudi ambition. The penetration will be around 50% fiber to the home within 3 years. We're now in year number 1. That's on the fiber side. We are also committed to deploy at the same time and already are doing very high capability, high-powered mobile network, obviously. We just recently won 2 tenders of wireless broadband, which is also covering rural areas. So universal service is going to the next level where 10 megabit per second is actually becoming the new reality for all our citizens in Saudi Arabia. That's the infrastructure layer. Any kind of access technology we provide, we enable the government, we enable the Saudi citizens. When it comes to digitization, we're also a main partner to the government. The government has vast projects that we're supporting, and we're happy to be part of that. Yeah, we're very excited about it. Also good, the economy is recovering. So we feel like we're in the best time now to really also monetize for our investors, by the way. So this is also something that we feel like that can be also profitably done. And it's not just the service to the government and to the country. We're proud to serve the country, but also we feel it can be very lucrative. We launched in May. Obviously, the availability of handsets is still lacking, but we're confident to get now shipped the first batches, and we plan to have 200 mobile sites up and running by end of the year with 5G. Also for us to pilot and experiment. STC has been, is, and will always be the technological leader, but obviously it's also about the customer experience. It's about what customers want, and we will be careful in deploying 5G as per the customer needs. B2B is obviously the main driver for most of the initial use cases, and we'll deploy as needed. But again, we will be the technological leader, so our competitors should know about that, and they know and that means like the cats that are circling the mouse. I hope the mouse stays in there, and we can equally nicely share that opportunity, also the cost of serving the society with 5G. Given the massive investments for all, obviously sharing the burden and reaping jointly the benefits is something we really look forward, because data pricing is a major issue, and mobile services are still considered actually cheaper than our fixed propositions, and this is not a healthy trend. And by onboarding all the players onto a similar platform, similar cost, similar capabilities, still with differentiating customer propositions, we believe that brings more sanity into the market, that allows to have more value preserved also for the future, that allows to reinvest and to fuel this investment engine that sustainably will deploy highest capable networks in Saudi Arabia, as needed and as envisaged by the Vision 2030. No, we're actually pretty pleased with the regulator when it comes to enabling spectrum, carving out spectrum. So obviously the auctions is something that is costly, and consumers ultimately have to pay the bill for it. So in that sense, keeping spectrum costly is not something that we feel is necessary, but we understand the government's position about it. Carving out more spectrum, we've seen in our analysis when we added the latest batch of spectrum, we were able to increase speed substantially, but the capacity is being sucked up by consumers like that. So this is more spectrum is needed. Obviously, a lot of the fees when deploying the infrastructure could also be cheaper. But in general, the regulator is helping us. It's aligned the vision, so we're very pleased about this. Maybe one wish is together educating more the consumer when it comes to the aspect that internet per se is not free. I think it's the perception is not a very healthy one, where you have customers feeling like, nah, I don't want to pay for it, I want the best, but I'm not willing to pay for it, or I want to use it excessively. I'm not caring about expensive technology versus cheaper technology. So the delivery, the attitude of the consumer will have to jointly work on shifting that a little bit to make sure there's more sanity in the market. I mean, studies show that network quality and coverage are the prime factors for a customer to choose you. And here we've been always winning, but obviously we paid a lot of attention making sure that we have a distinctively better experience than our competitors. But besides that, actually we've heavily invested in improving our customer experience with improving our services in contact centers. So we have now world-class SLAs in place that our customers, whenever you call, you get almost immediately in touch with an agent if you wish to. But also our digital touch points. We've invested heavily into our My STC app, where you self-manage your subscription. You can basically resolve almost all of your needs online, SIM card delivery to your home, seamless change of your subscription, payments, everything nowadays is capable to be delivered online. That makes it much easier. We know we had issues with our stores. The experience in the stores wasn't as it should be. We've improved that one as well. But ultimately, for a lot of interactions, there's actually no need for a human interface. And we've been digitizing that substantially. So I think we're very proud of where we are today, but there's still much more ahead. So, but for the basic services, we feel now today we are where we are. What we need to have, the only thing that is not yet working that well is in the legacy copper network. Because of when the infrastructure was deployed, there is an issue with the quality of service that you can provide. There's fluctuation in the speed, in the latency, and unfortunately, not all our customers enjoy nowadays already fiber. So, but we are working heavily in upgrading our network there to make our customers more satisfied. Well, acquisitions. So we want to instill, we have our strategy, we're executing our strategy. It's not everything is inorganic, there's also organic parts. So we'll be launching our payment solution, 5G will get commercially active, and hopefully, as I said, we will be adding one or two major acquisitions. We will continuously adding smaller acquisitions to our bouquet of portfolio of companies. But these are the major aspects. And within STC, continuing working on the cultural mindset shift, because we want to be a digital player. We're still too much telecoms, and digital is a little bit different. So changing the mindsets, changing the hearts and minds of the employees to be excited about the digital world, I think that's the top priority.